So in the course of our work for DARPA, a large amount of energy was put into prototyping, to discovering what were the important design features of a device to extract heat from the glabrous skin. One of the things we found out earlier is that athletes love to grip things. And that was exactly the wrong thing to do, because if you grip something tightly, you shut off the blood flow to the palm. So instead, we migrated to heat exchange surfaces, which were more the circumference of a soccer ball.
Well, the question about the evolution of the device, the devices started out very crude with slapping together things we had on hand. They were very crude devices, and then there were all sorts of assumptions made about oh, you had to use metal, would be better than using a water perfusion blanket, this, that. You had to make one that looked like a soda can. That probably wasn't a very good idea.
Another thing we found was that, in contrast to what a lot of our engineering friends insisted, that the heat exchange surface should be metal because it has a higher thermal conductivity, we came to the realization that the major limiting factor is the transfer of heat inside the body to the skin surface. It was not taking the heat away from the skin surface. So indeed, using materials that were more flexible and comfortable to use became possible. Another thing that was really important was to design heat exchange surfaces that had the perfusant circulating. And the reason for that is you experience it every time you get into a very hot bath. You know, it feels really, really hot at first, but then because of the boundary layer which develops, it's no longer hot. So if you have a heat exchange surface, like a heat exchange device that is using a fixed material like a phase change material, it develops a boundary layer very quickly. So the importance of circulation of the coolant fluid, and circulating in such a way that it was pretty uniform over the entire surface of the perfusant device, the perfused device, that was important.
Part of the whole learning process was finding out things that don't work. And one of the most important things we found that shouldn't be violated was what this vasoconstrictive threshold is on these AVAs. If you've got a feedback loop for surface temperature, and if it is too low, your AVAs will snap shut, and no amount of cooling will get them to open up. And the end result is you have a hot body and a cold hand. If you stay above that vasoconstrictive threshold, you can end up with a warm hand and a cool body. If your objective is to cool someone down, you want the latter.